Hello, madam. So, my name is Muhammad Adam Iskandar. We are from group representing Poland Economic Growth, and this is Arik.
Hi, William. My name is Rizari.
I know we're a bit off schedule because we have four team members, but it's a bit hard to get in touch with them. It's Zame and Andy. You might recognize these names, but yeah, it's really hard being teammates with them. But they did some of the work for the report and the slides, but we've been reaching out for them to do a quick meetup to record our presentation, but it has been a no go from them. We waited for so long, keep planning and replanning, but they didn't manage to set a time for us to present. So it's just the two of us now. So I'm gonna start with Poland economic growth. So next slide, as you can see, yeah, this is our group member for the presentation. It's Muhammad Rizari and Muhammad Adam Iskandar. And next, here is the context. It's gonna be first introduction, article review, graph of the annual GDP, graph of the unemployment rate, inflation, and then lastly, how war affected Poland. We're going to talk about the Russian and Ukrainian war. So, next. Alright. Okay. The introduction. So, discussing on what is affecting Poland's economic structure. First is capital. Their capital city is Warsaw. It's rich with history, especially World War II, how Germany invaded them, and Warsaw is like the battle point for Russians and the Nazis. And yeah, as to the population of the country Poland is over 40 million as of January 2024. It's the latest updated version. And next is the article review. And all right, so as you can see, from the year 2011 to 2019, it was on a steady uptrend movement as like steady economic growth. Uh, no no negative no negative downtrend at all. But if you see in 2020, the economic output contracted by 2%, ending the 9-year period of solid economic growth for Poland. And for 2021, they came back up, and yeah, 6.9% increase after 2020, after the year 2020, after COVID-19. So I'm gonna pass it to Zarik.
So, I'm going to be talking about the graph of unemployment rate in Poland for the past 10 years. According to the graph, starting from the year 2013, the unemployment rate in Poland continues to decline on a steady pace until the year 2021 hits, where it broke the continuous drop of unemployment rate, which is from 3.16% in the year 2020, 3.36% in 2021. So as we can see here, from 2013 towards 2022, the rate of unemployment rate is moving downward, which is a good sign for the country. So I'm going to be talking about the graph of inflation rate for the past 10 years. As we can see, in 2022, 2021 to 2024, in the middle of it, we can see the sudden spike of the graph, which indicates the inflation rate is higher than usual. This is one of the reasons that inflation spike through the roof for Poland is because Russian invade the Ukrainian. After the COVID-19 lockdown, the spike in demand occurred in the market. As you can see, it's going the downtrend. So the next slide is about government action to overcome the pandemic. So there's a lot of plan that they plan to overcome the pandemic, which is encouraging digital adaptation among business and workforce, providing training for new skills crucial for efficiency and adaptation, ensuring fair taxation and support for all types of workers and organization of technology, investment in people and environmental is crucial. So as we can see, after the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, there's a lot of digitalization of technology usage even in Malaysia. But Poland has adapted well before the COVID-19. The experimental is already done, and luckily they have prepared all the digital adaptation to apply it. So the next slide, I'm gonna pass it back to Adam.
Okay, now it's my turn to take over. As you can see, here is a quote from J.K. Galbraith. Nothing so weakens a government as inflation. So inflation is the biggest enemy for a government to see their uh, um, to see how they are performing as a government to a country. So next is how war affected Poland. So for the example, we're gonna take the latest Russia-Ukraine war, how it affected Poland's economy. As we know, Poland is a neighboring country of Ukraine, and yeah, so for Poland, it disrupted their global trade and security concerns due to proximity to Ukraine, their neighboring country. So it's a really tight like airspace regulations and stuff. Next is disruptions of Ukrainian wheat. So in Ukraine is the one of the largest wheat suppliers of the world. So when they're at war, they have to sell their wheat and grains for cheap. And for Poland to show their support, they they showed their support importing their by importing Ukrainian cheap grain and sell it to the Polish market, which is a bad idea as it really affected the Polish farmers heavily, and yeah, it really caused like unintended consequences like strikes from the farmers, yeah, and stuff like that. So here's the conclusion. I'm gonna pass it back to Zarik.
So, in conclusion, Poland has overcome a wide range of difficulties in recent years, including the COVID-19 pandemic and the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. The COVID-19 epidemic caused Poland's economy to experience previously unheard of disruption, which resulted in a decline in GDP and increase in unemployment, but with aggressive government initiative. The apa benda ber- But with aggressive government initiative, they were able to get back up to their own feet easily. Poland hopes to create a more robust and fair society in the post-pandemic period by investing in technology, encouraging digital literacy, and supporting ecological initiatives.
Okay. So that is it from us. Do you have anything to say, Zarik?
I think so.
Okay, so from me, I'm sorry it's a bit all over the place, our presentation, our slides, and our report, but it's really hard to have such teammates, as you know. But yeah, this is
And cooperative.
yes, uncooperative teammates. So it's just the two of us mostly, but they did some of the work, but it's still hard. Thank you so much, madam, and apologies once again for the late submission. Have a good day.